Have you ever wondered why high-value men don't fight for women, while others seem to be constantly battling? It's a fascinating question, isn't it? It's like a paradox wrapped in an enigma, a riddle that beckons us towards understanding the curious nature of high-value men. If you're unfamiliar with the term, a high-value man is someone who exudes confidence, self-assurance, success and respect. Imagine someone who walks into a room and commands attention without uttering a single word. That's a high-value man. He's the guy who knows his worth, who has worked hard for his success, and who is respected by those around him. And yet, intriguingly, they don't seem to fight for women. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, shouldn't these men with all their allure and charisma be the ones most likely to fight for a woman's affection? It's a logical assumption, but the reality is quite the opposite. High-value men have a different approach, a different mindset, and it's this difference that creates the paradox we're discussing today. You see, high-value men understand the concept of value in a way that many others don't. They understand that value isn't something you fight for, it's something you embody, something you exude. They know their worth and they don't need to fight for validation. They're not looking for someone to complete them, but rather someone to complement them. They're not in a battle for affection, but in a search for connection. This isn't to say that they don't value women or relationships. Quite the contrary. They respect women, cherish relationships, and understand the importance of mutual attraction and respect. But they also understand that a relationship isn't a battleground. It's a partnership. And in a partnership, there's no need for battle, only for understanding, respect, and mutual growth. And so we come back to our original question. Why don't high-value men fight for women? The answer lies not in a lack of desire or respect, but in a different understanding of value, a different approach to relationships. So let's delve into the psyche of these men and unravel this intriguing paradox. The difference between high-value men and others isn't just about wealth or status, it's about attitude. Let's dive in and contrast the behaviors and attitudes of high-value men and other men in relationships. The first thing to note is that high-value men are secure in their self-worth. They don't need external validation to feel good about themselves. They understand that their worth comes from within, from their values, beliefs, and actions. Their confidence is unshakable, not because they think they're better than everyone else, but because they know who they are and what they stand for. On the flip side, there are men who are constantly seeking approval, validation, and attention. They believe that their worth is tied to the amount of attention they receive from women. They feel the need to prove themselves, to compete, to be the alpha. And this insecurity often manifests in their relationships. They may come across as possessive, controlling, or overly aggressive, all in an attempt to assert their dominance and prove their worth. Next, high-value men show respect towards everyone, not just the women they're interested in. They understand that respect is a fundamental aspect of any relationship, be it personal or professional. They treat everyone with kindness, regardless of their status or background, because they know that everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. Contrastingly, some men may only show respect to those they deem important or attractive. They may treat waitstaff poorly or disregard the feelings of others. This selective respect shows a lack of empathy and understanding, and it's a clear sign of low self-worth. Finally, high-value men value their own time and energy. They understand that time is the most precious commodity, and they don't waste it on meaningless pursuits or people who don't respect them. They prioritize their goals, their passions, and their personal growth, and they're not afraid to say no when necessary. In contrast, other men may find themselves constantly available, always saying yes and bending over backward to please others. They may neglect their own needs and desires in the pursuit of approval. This behavior not only devalues their time, but also sends a clear message that they're willing to sacrifice their own happiness for the sake of others. So you see, the difference between high-value men and others is not about wealth, status, or looks. It's about attitude. It's about knowing your worth, showing respect to everyone, and valuing your own time and energy. And here's the kicker. High-value men don't fight for women. Not because they don't value them, but because they understand that a relationship is not a competition. It's not about winning a woman over or proving their worth. It's about creating a mutual bond based on respect, understanding, and genuine affection. Remember, it's not about winning a woman over, but about creating a mutual bond based on respect and understanding. High-value men approach relationships differently. They view it not as a competition, but as a partnership. High-value men are often misunderstood. They're not the stereotypical alpha males who assert dominance or engage in power plays. Instead, they embody a sense of calm confidence, a quiet strength that doesn't seek to overpower, but rather to empower. They understand the importance of respect and equality in a relationship, and they act accordingly. When a high-value man is interested in a woman, he doesn't see her as a prize to be won or a conquest to be achieved. He sees her as an individual, with her own dreams, desires, and decisions. He doesn't feel the need to fight for her attention or affection because he respects her autonomy. He knows that a woman's heart cannot be won by force or manipulation, but by genuine care, understanding, and respect. High-value men focus on mutual growth. They believe in building a relationship that benefits both parties, a relationship where both individuals can thrive and grow together. They don't hold their partners back, they encourage them to soar higher. They don't diminish their partner's light, they fan their flames, making them shine brighter. They understand that a strong relationship is built on a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and communication. They don't play games or engage in emotional manipulation. They communicate their feelings honestly and openly, and they expect the same from their partners. High-value men don't measure their worth by the number of women they can attract. They measure their worth by the quality of their character, by their values and principles, by their actions, and their contributions to the world. They don't need constant validation from others because they validate themselves. They know their worth, and they respect a woman's choice, even if it's not in their favor. They understand that not every rejection is a reflection of their worth, but rather a redirection to something better. They don't chase after those who don't want them. They let go with grace, knowing that the right person will appreciate their value. They know their worth and they respect a woman's choice, even if it's not in their favor. Becoming a high-value man isn't about becoming rich or famous, it's about changing your mindset and attitude towards life and relationships. Now you may be wondering, how do I become a high-value man? Well, it's not as daunting as it may seem. It's about developing a certain mindset and adopting specific habits. Let's delve into some actionable advice to help you on your journey. Firstly, it's crucial to develop a strong sense of self-confidence. This doesn't mean being arrogant or dismissive of others. On the contrary, it's about having a deep understanding of your worth and capabilities while also acknowledging areas for growth. Self-confidence comes from within. It's not something that can be bought or sold. It's built over time through self-awareness, personal growth, and resilience in the face of challenges. Secondly, respect is paramount. A high-value man respects others, regardless of their status or background. This respect extends not just to how you treat others, but also how you allow yourself to be treated. You wouldn't tolerate someone who disrespects you or treats you poorly, would you? So why should it be any different when it comes to women? A high-value man knows that respect is a two-way street. Thirdly, understand that a woman's affection isn't something to be won or lost. It's not a game or a competition. It's about mutual attraction and respect. If you're constantly fighting for a woman's attention or affection, then you're not viewing her as an equal, but as a prize to be won. This is not the mindset of a high-value man. The high-value man knows that attraction is a natural process that can't be forced or manipulated. Let's address an important point here. The idea of not fighting for women doesn't mean being passive or indifferent. It's about understanding that you can't control how someone feels about you. You can only control your actions and reactions. It's about focusing on being the best version of yourself. And if a woman is attracted to that, great. If not, that's okay too. Remember, being a high-value man isn't about changing who you are to fit a certain mold or to please others. It's about being true to yourself, respecting others, and maintaining your self-worth. In conclusion, becoming a high-value man is a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It's about understanding and acknowledging your worth, respecting others, and understanding the true nature of attraction. A high-value man knows his worth, respects others, and doesn't fight for women. He understands that true attraction is mutual and can't be forced. So are you ready to become a high-value man?